What's happening in Washington right now is nothing short of political theater at its finest. And folks, if you thought the drama was over after the election, buckle up, because Donald Trump's cabinet picks are making headlines every single day. And today, we're diving deep into the biggest shakeup yet, the Attorney General saga that has Capitol Hill buzzing. So here's the story that's dominating every news cycle right now. Just days ago, Trump shocked Washington by naming Matt Gaetz, Matt Gaetz as his pick for Attorney General. And within 8 days, Gaetz was out, withdrawn, done. And now, we have a brand new player in the game, Pam Bondi, Florida's former Attorney General. Let me paint you the picture of how this all went down. When Trump announced Matt Gaetz as his Attorney General pick on November 13th, Washington erupted. We're talking about a guy who was under investigation by the House Ethics Committee for allegations of sexual misconduct and illicit drug use. The Justice Department, the very department he was supposed to lead, had just wrapped up its own investigation into him involving sex trafficking allegations. No charges were filed, but the optics? Catastrophic. Gaetz was supposed to be Trump's warrior, his champion to, quote, refocus the DOJ to its intended purpose. But here's what nobody anticipated. Even Trump's own Republican senators weren't buying it. Behind closed doors, GOP senators were having serious conversations. They weren't just skeptical, they were planning to vote no. On Wednesday, November 20th, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance escorted Gaetz around Capitol Hill, meeting with Republican senators. Publicly, Vance said the meetings went great. But sources close to the situation tell a very different story. Inside those rooms, senators were asking Gaetz point blank, who actually supports you? Name names. And when they went down the list, member by member, the numbers just weren't there. By Thursday morning, November 21st, Trump made the call. He told Gaetz directly, you don't have the votes. Trump didn't demand Gaetz drop out, he didn't have to. The message was clear. Within hours, Gaetz withdrew, posting on social media that his confirmation was becoming an unfair distraction. The House Ethics Committee had been just days away from releasing a damaging report. New allegations emerged that Gaetz had inappropriate encounters at a party in 2017. The walls were closing in fast. And even Trump's loyal base couldn't protect him from this firestorm. Now here's where it gets interesting. Within hours, literally the same date, Trump announced his replacement, Pam Bondi. And this pick? It couldn't be more different. Bondi is a seasoned prosecutor. She served as Florida's Attorney General for 8 years, from 2011 to 2019, the first woman to hold that position. She's appeared on Fox News countless times as a Trump defender. She was part of Trump's impeachment defense team during his first trial. And unlike Gaetz, she has actual legal chops. Trump's statement was crystal clear. Pam will refocus the DOJ to its intended purpose of fighting crime and making America safe again. She is smart, tough, and an America First fighter. But don't think Bondi doesn't come with her own baggage. During her time as Florida's Attorney General, she led failed efforts to overturn Obamacare. She fought to maintain Florida's ban on same-sex marriage. And there's this. Back in 2013, she actually asked the governor to postpone a scheduled execution because it conflicted with one of her fundraising events. She later apologized, but critics haven't forgotten. Republicans on Capitol Hill breathed a collective sigh of relief. Senator after senator came forward, saying Bondi was a solid choice, a far more CONVENTIONL pick. The transition team was Reportedly thrilled, they knew Bondi stood a much better chance at confirmation than Gaetz ever did. Fast forward to February 2025. Pam Bondi was confirmed as Attorney General with a 54-46 Senate vote. Only one Democrat, Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania, broke ranks to support her. She's now officially the nation's top law enforcement officer, and she's already making waves. But wait, the Attorney General drama is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Trump's entire cabinet rollout has been controversial from day one, and we need to talk about the others who are facing serious scrutiny. First up, Pete Hegseth, Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense. Hegseth is a Fox News host and a decorated Army veteran, but his nomination hit major turbulence when a 2017 sexual assault allegation surfaced. Hegseth denies it, says the encounter was consensual, and insists he was fully cleared. But Republican senators are asking hard questions about his personal conduct and whether he has the experience to run the entire Pentagon. Reports of excessive drinking haven't helped his case either. Then there's Robert F. Kennedy Jr., tapped to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. RFK Jr. is arguably one of Trump's most polarizing picks. He's notorious for spreading vaccine misinformation and conspiracy theories. Public health experts are sounding alarms. Even Trump's former vice president, Mike Pence, came out opposing Kennedy's nomination because of his stance on abortion. But here's the twist. Some Democrats, like Senator Cory Booker, have echoed parts of Kennedy's Make America Healthy Again agenda, particularly his criticism of America's food systems. And let's not forget Tulsi Gabbard, nominated for Director of National Intelligence. Gabbard, a former Democratic congresswoman from Hawaii, left her party and became one of Trump's most visible supporters. But she's facing tough questions about her past statements, defending Syrian dictator Bashar Assad. With his regime recently collapsed, those comments are coming back to haunt her. Critics say she's too sympathetic to foreign adversaries. Here's the bottom line. Folks, Trump is building a cabinet of loyalists. These aren't traditional establishment picks. These are people who have defended him publicly, who have fought alongside him, and who he believes will carry out his agenda without question. He's not playing by the old rules, he's rewriting them. The Gaetz withdrawal was a rare moment where Trump actually backed down. It showed that even in today's Republican Party, there are still some limits. Senate Republicans drew a line, and Trump respected it sort of. But by immediately pivoting to Bondi, he sent another message. I'm not compromising on my vision. I'm just finding people who can actually get confirmed. Confirmation. Hearings for these nominees are going to be must-watch television. Senators will grill them on everything, their past statements, their qualifications, their controversies. With Republicans holding just a slim majority, every vote matters. They can only afford to lose 3 Republican votes on any nominee. So what's the big picture here? Trump's cabinet is shaping up to be the most controversial in modern American history. From Bondi at Justice to Hegseth at Defense to RFK Jr. at Health and Gabbard at Intelligence, these are not your typical Washington insiders. They're disruptors. They're loyalists. And they're about to take control of some of the most powerful positions in government. The question everyone's asking, will they use that power responsibly? Will they uphold the rule of law? Or will they carry out Trump's promises of political retribution against his enemies? Only time will tell. One thing's for certain, the next 4 years are going to be absolutely wild. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. This has been your breakdown of the Trump cabinet drama. I'm bringing you the latest, the boldest, and the most important news from America. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this with everyone who needs to know what's really happening in Washington right now. Because in Trump's America, the only constant is chaos, and we're here to make sense of it all.